cooking videos again. This time I'm going to be cooking chicken adobo. It's a Filipino recipe, very common, and I've been cooking it on the stove for years. So I decided to do some experimenting, and there's a couple things. First of all, when you cook it on the stove, the boiling tends to stir the meat in, so the flavorings penetrate the meat very easily. There's also evaporation taking place, so the ratio of water and soy sauce and vinegar, which I'll get to in a minute, are different. You don't use anywhere near as much. In fact, you can get away with using no water if you wanted, because like I said, without the evaporation, if I use the exact same ratios as I did on the stove, it came out terrible. It was very bland. Okay, so here are the ingredients, very simple. You've got some plain vinegar, some soy sauce, bay leaves, black pepper, and some granulated garlic powder. Now, there are some people who actually, if you look on the internet and just look up chicken adobo, A-D-O-B-O, you'll see some people even put sugar in there. Some people crush a little garlic. And it's also a great recipe for pork. Start with 1 cup of vinegar. The idea here is you're going to want your chicken fully submerged. Whereas when you cook on the stove, it doesn't really have to be, because you can turn it and stir it and make sure all the pieces, again, the marinade or this broth ultimately will penetrate all the pieces. And then I'm going to go, so I want 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of vinegar, and I'm going to go with a 1/2 cup of water. Again, you can even skip the water if you want it. So I got some Costco chicken packs here. I'll open it up and toss in there. These are just legs. You can use any cut you want. You can use a whole chicken cut up. You can use thighs, breasts, whatever you want. When I use thighs, I like to peel I probably could have even done that with these legs. Peel the skin off, because the skin doesn't get crispy in there, so it's just kind of soggy. A lot of people like it. I don't care for it. But again, with legs, there's not a lot of fat, so you don't really have to take it off if you'll leave them in. Once it's in your Instant Pot. Oh, by the way, you serve this, most commonly over rice. All right, so I've got, let's see, I don't know, about 8 legs in there. And as you can see, the chicken's not fully submerged, so like I said earlier, I'm going to double my recipe. I'm going to add another cup of soy sauce, and I could even use a fraction. I could go a 1/2 cup soy sauce, 1/2 cup vinegar, 1/4 cup water. As long as you keep those same ratios, whatever increments you decide to use will work. It'll always work. All right, there's a cup of vinegar, and I'll add a 1/2 cup of water. All right, the garlic, I'm going to add probably the equivalent of about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Some people like to use peppercorns, black peppercorns, which actually is nice. I've got some coarse granulated black pepper I'm going to add. It's probably going to end up to be about a teaspoon. Again, it's to taste. And then I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves. And that's it, folks. This is the perfect, if you're a working parent. My kids are all grown, so I don't have the hustle and bustle, but at one point I had 3 school-aged daughters, and that were in dance class and band class and playing 2-sport varsity athletes, so our lives are pretty hectic, so quick and easy meals were critical. Trying to cram all that in, make food and do homework. For most of you parents out there with young kids, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to cook this on manual 12 minutes, and that's it. All right, so I've already released the steam, and here we go. Got my rice already out and ready. You can see some of the garlic residue seems to sometimes kind of evaporate, stick to the side. But this is it, folks. You can see it is juicy, and it's, the sauce has gone completely into the meat, which is what we want. Not too watery, and there you go, folks. Again, this is a very fast, very inexpensive, perfect meal. Kids love it.